evening, everybody. Welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it's the beginning of a new vlog week. What days those weeks consist of, I do not know yet. However, today is Thursday, August 8th, almost August 9th. Like, midnight is in just a few minutes. I just finished recording a massively long video that I am now trying to save and upload. It may take forever. But that is not today's problem. That is whatever. So today, what am I doing? I have no clue. No. First, I wanted to show you I got a little something in the mail. And then I'm going to show it with this week's haul. I'm expecting something else soonish. Oh, and I have something else that didn't make it here. So, you know, stuff and things. It's a vlog. We'll get to it. It smells really good. This is by Misty over at Mystic Fabrics. It is a 32 count Lugana and 18 by 27 in the color Snert. Like shirt, but an N instead of an H. Unless it's supposed to say shirt and she just wrote it weird, but anyways. So it is a very, like, there's a little bit of gray in there. It's not showing up well in this light. A little bit of modeling. I'm going to try and pull it closer and see if you get. But it's mostly tan with like a little bit of gray going on. Yep, it's not really showing up. You have to be kind of close to even see it. So, this side. Let's see what happens if I turn out the light. It's too dark in here to see anything, but anyway. Ooh, light. Okay, so that I got in the mail. Misty's hand-dyed fabrics. More fabric for the big pile of fabric that I now have. I'm so excited. Okay, next. I have not started stitching yet. Between getting my video all done and some other stuff that I'm trying to get organized. Like, I have so much going on in here. But in the meantime, or shortly, I should be able to start stitching and kind of like alternating between stitching and doing all the things. But I don't know where I put it. Okay. Homework this week. 1,000 stitches. They sure like that number. On something that you want to quit, or you have quit, or you love so much you just can't quit. Insert word quit into your explanation, and voila, you have it. Hold on one second. I actually have to do my job today. Alright, and I'm back. And my food's done, so that will be the next thing I do. So, back to quitting. You could have quit it previously. You could want to quit it and just can't quit it because it's so darn good. However, you explain quitting a project. I can't remember why. Let's see why. Let's include things like that in these videos. Give me just like a few seconds. My phone has to think. My hair looks like crap. It was bugging me. It was constantly getting blown in my face. So I tied it back with a hair tie that was attached to something. So, let's see. Homework. I didn't save it. Don't you just love it? Nope, that's not it. I know I posted in it, but apparently I didn't click the little save button so that it goes somewhere that I can actually find. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see. It has something to do. Okay. It says, please destroy this message after you read it. We have been informed that we will be needed at the Ministry of Magic for a while. Professor Umbridge has been promoted while we were gone, and while we are gone. This will be a rough time for our school. However, we know you will make us proud while we're gone. Please do not quit your studies. Make us proud. We will be back in time for your owls if all goes well. Thank you for practicing and learning your dark arts, charms, and spells. Stay focused and make us proud. Your assignment this week is simple. Don't quit. Not sure how to do this? Do the following. Each of you should dig deep within and find that project that you have either quit or really want to quit. Put 1,000 stitches in that project. Send us an email on why the project has made you stop working on it and how you feel this week making progress on that dreaded project. If you are happy with the change in power, put 1,000 stitches on a project that features at least one of Professor Umbridge's favorite things. Well, we know I am not supporting that crazy lady. So I will put 1,000 stitches in a project that I have wanted to quit over and over and over again, but I'm so far in it that I just can't. So let's go with this one. I think it's going to be one of my advent animals because we know what a heck of a time I've had with these. I think I will work on Cashmere Camel because I never got to last week, and that's how few stitches there are. So 1,000 should get us a good progress. I have several that are so close to finished. That one may even be finished. Anyways, I want to get these done by December, so I can't quit them as much as I would like to quit them. So that is homework for tonight. That's what I'll be stitching on. I'm doing that while saving a video and watching Stranger Things and scanning my new patterns into my Google Drive because that's what I do. And that's it. I will try and check in with y'all in the morning if I get any progress done tonight. I'll check in shortly. Bye. Good evening, everybody. It is August 9th, Friday, August 9th. Who else is ready for the heat of summer to go back to the hell pit of which it came? Because, oh my god, I'm tired of it. It's so hot. So hot. And I look a mess. And I've been like, I took a shower before I left the house. You can't tell. I feel dirty because all the sand. Hot. Summer, not my favorite season. Okay, I didn't get a chance to check in with you this morning because my relief showed up super duper early and he's still here. Like, he just parked on the other side of the fence and then he dragged a power cord from my generator to his car and he's going to sleep there tonight. So it's a little weird, but I've worked with him before. This is not a new thing. He always weirds me out. He takes showers in the porta potty. Anyway, so I didn't get a chance to check in with you this morning, so let's see where I'm at. Where I got to this morning. I think I put in about 300 stitches. So that's where I'm at. So I'm going to continue to work on this tonight during our live event. For the 24 hours of cross stitch, I will be on there for roughly about 11 hours. And then do it again tomorrow night. I'll get 24 hours. I just won't get 24 hours on the video. So, until it gets 1,000 stitches, it will be my project. And then I have no clue what I'll switch to. I need to look at the daily 30 challenges because they just got posted today. I'm working on scanning stuff into my Google. Just busy stuff. So busy. I'm so tired. The heat drains me. Like, once it gets dark, I'll be like, boo! But until then, I'm really tired. So, I'm going to not yet get to stitching. It's still a little too hot outside. I don't do so well with the hot, but at least get some organizing done and get ready to stitch. So I will try and check in with y'all later tonight. And hopefully some of y'all have come to see me on the live stream. Bye. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is Saturday, August 10th. I did not get to check in this morning. I was running live and anyway. It's still hot. I still have air, therefore my hair's a mess. We're just going with it. So, this morning I did finish my 1,000 stitches on Cashmere Camel for School Magical Stitches, something that you want to quit. So literally all she has left is back stitching. So, she is definitely going to be part of my December finishes. Yeah, I'm gonna start making a list of those because I think I'm gonna save some of this and just bang them all out in December. Okay. Then I didn't do anything. The headmistresses released homework early, and so we were tinkering around trying to figure out what we were going to work on. That's one of the reasons they released it early, is because it's a little more difficult than normal. We're taking our OWL exams, so we need to come up with something for each of the classes and write our little essay about it. So I worked on figuring that out some as I was packing up this morning, then I figured it out some this evening. My hair is just, it's doing whatever it wants. Okay. So, I got some stuff figured out for that. We'll talk about it when we get to it. I don't need to go through all that right now. Also working, there's a pop-up today for Cheryl's group and Please, and I have so many challenges, my head might explode. But I'm going to try my best to work on as many of them as possible while still trying to get my ultimate done for Small Magical Stitches. So, my project that I'm starting with tonight is Flag of Stars by Ink Creek. I'm working on this for Harry and Neville were born in the 7th month, which is July, which has July 4th, patriotic, bam, what. I do not have enough stitches left in this to finish the project, so I'm hoping I can pull out another patriotic project to finish it up, but we will get there when we get there. I'm sure I could probably fit it in for other homework, but I have not written that down yet. So when I come back and check in, I will let you know if it fit into, because like this week is Betty Boop, so it might fit in. I'm sure she has something patriotic, right? I think there's something white. I've got white stitching to do, stuff like that. Let's see. Something with ears and legs. Nope. Betty Boop was known for using the phrase boop boop ba doop. So, I don't know. For that one. Something you can connect to a baby. Something with a phrase. Words on it. Not gonna fit for that one. Tie a piece into the title of one of Betty's cartoons. I might be able to do that. Piece of your choice to represent 100 cartoons. I could do that. Black and white floss. Well, it has white floss. Something with a star or stars. Yeah. So, there's about 3, maybe 4 that I can fit. A piece with a 1 or a 7. Might be able to do that. So, lots of challenges getting met with this project. I'm going to be working on it for a while. We are not live currently on Virtual Stitchers, but it may happen again tonight. We're still doing the 24 hours of cross stitch. I'm 9 hours completed. I should get another at least 9 tonight. I may have to stay up a little in the morning to get those last few hours. Don't know. We'll see. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on tonight. Dang. I have a couple things I need to show you later, but we'll get to that later. Anyways, I'll check in later. Bye. Good morning, y'all. It's me. I'm checking back in at, in the morning time. Yeah. It's still like the same shift that I talked to you last time on. I know, it's absolutely amazing. Okay, so working diligently on Flag of Stars because remember, I only had like 600 and something stitches left for the ultimate challenge in Magical Stitches, which is 1,000, but I did not have enough stitches left. So here's the finish. Come on. Focus on that color. There it goes. See? Now you can see a little bit better. That is absolutely done. Very exciting. And I had 154 stitches left to finish that ultimate. So I figured pull out another patriotic 4th of July fits the bill piece and put 154 stitches in. I'm not to 154 yet. I'm at 102. But it was a good time to do a check-in, so I don't forget and then have to check in tonight and be like, oh, I forgot to check in this morning, like I've been doing every day. So this is Fireworks on the 4th by Stone Street Stitch Works. And I've been doing this stuff up here. So I'm about to pull out some blue and hit this very top. This is the very top of the piece. I still have fabric. Don't worry. I didn't do that to myself again. I love this fabric. It's some of those Weigart stuff I got. But it doesn't have a label because I stuck it somewhere while I was at retreat. So, stayed on with virtual stitchers most of the evening. Enjoyed some time with all my friends. And then they all went to bed on me. Except the Aussies who just went to dinner. I may jump back on with them here in a little bit. But right now I am watching Orange is the New Black. I just started, so no spoilers. But I finished Stranger Things. Starting Orange is the New Black. Stitching. All good stuff. I've got my full plan for homework this week. And, oh, so this. I did it, okay, so I was working on Ultimate Cross Stitch, so I could, not Ultimate Cross Stitch, the yearly in Magical Stitches. So I couldn't double dip with anything in Magical Stitches, monthly or whatever. But I could double dip with Daily 30. So we're working on, well, first, last week's Psychedelic is still going because it goes for 2 weeks. And I used 100 of these stitches for just a free stitch in there. Then I moved on to this week's, which is Betty Boop. It's her birthday on the 23rd. So all about Betty Boop. I don't remember what's what. Let's see. Let me push the button. Okay, so first, this is a piece with stars. I know you can't see them. They don't really exist. I just made that up. No, I'm just kidding. Stars. Yep, see? Stars everywhere. I did 100 white stitches because there's some white stars in there. I know the camera's not picking them up, but they actually pop a lot on this coffee dyed fabric. My lighting just is bad. And something square, because look, it's a square. I know most flags are rectangular, but you know, they did this as a square. So that, I got, what, 4 other challenges done with that one project, because they were all 100 stitches a piece. So, now this one I got to fit for something with words, because when I finish it, it will say 4th of July down here. And then so I just finished that because I'm at 102. I have 52 more stitches, and then it'll be, the yearly will be done, and then we'll move on to the next thing. I don't know what that is yet. So I will let you know when I figure it out, and I'll check it with you later. Good morning, everybody. Okay, it's been just a little bit since I talked to you. I got my 154 stitches on this. Want to show you how beautiful that is. I'm loving it. Loving it. That means I finished another one of my yearlies. I'm down to 5, I believe, now that that one's done. I'm going to take a small break. It's just after 4 in the morning. I start having to get out of the shack about 5:30. So I'm going to go ahead and pack up as much of this as possible and work on Time for God until that point. So this, and this is simply because, okay, I'm pretty sure I've worked on it this year, but I did not mark it down if I worked on it. And rather than go find when I last worked on it, I'm going to work on it now. So that's where I'm at. Do as much as I can before I have to leave. So that is what I'm going to work on. I'm going to get all this packed up, and I am off tonight, so hopefully I will get some stitching done at home, and I will see y'all then. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It is Sunday, August 11th, sometime in the evening. It's about time for me to get stitching. I'm going to have to be doing other things too, so it's not going to be a whole lot tonight, but getting started. Anyways, because it's Sunday, this beginning of week, I kind of thought maybe I should start my whip go back up. I haven't worked on it in a few weeks. Haven't spun. And then I'll just do that for my daily 30. So let's go ahead and spin together. Whip go. Okay, it looks like G. G is pretty used up, so we'll see how this goes. This is for the next direction. We've got S, Y, J, 1. Nope, 2 has already been called and is actually finished. I need to mark that. S, Y, J1. We're gonna get it Y. Okay, twinkle. That's gonna have to wait. It's actually part of my homework this week. It's a fairly small one, so I will work on it tomorrow. So that means tonight I can go ahead and work on something. Well, I mean after midnight. I'll do twinkle after midnight. Today I can work on one of my ultimate challenges until midnight, which is just a couple hours. Let's see. Next closest to being done is, looks like Lady of the Flag. So I will pull her back out. I think that's why I had her pulled out before, is for that reason. Work on her a bit, and then come midnight I can start on homework. Twinkle, obviously first. We're using it for astronomy, because astronomy you need stars, and twinkle is a star. It's a star ornament. So we will get to working on that. So I'm going to get to stitching, and I will check in with y'all later this evening. Good morning, everybody. I'm back for another check-in. My husband is on his way home, so we can have breakfast and then go to bed. So here's what I got done tonight. Some, not as much as I would love to, but you know, housework and kids and life, right? So I started out with Lady of the Flag because I'm working on an ultimate, or a yearly, I keep calling it ultimate, a yearly challenge for magical stitches. And I when I started tonight, I needed like 176 stitches. Now I need like 140 something. Like I didn't get a whole lot done on her. But you can see I filled in some of the dark on the flowers, and then I've started moving up her collarbone on this side. It's still on the Q-snap because I will work on it as soon as I get done with homework. But midnight hit, and then it was time to start this week's homework. And so I put it away for now. The first thing I pulled out, because I just kind of grabbed what was on top. Now I gotta remember where I put it. Let's see, I think this is it. This was my homework for herbology. This is Sugar Cookies by The Cricket Collection. There we go. Okay, so I had all of the star and the top part of the K, and we just kind of continued down here. So I put 200 and something stitches in there. This has a Christmas tree on it. That's how it fits into herbology. We're studying the magical properties of Christmas trees. So that was my first one, and I got it completed. There are 10. 7 core ones that have to be finished first, and then 3 electives. So the second one I pulled out was for astronomy. Which of course is the study of, you know, the stars and the moon and stuff like that. So I worked on this little guy. This is an ornament from the Ursula Michaels book, Ornaments Galore. It's a little star with some mittens and a hat on it. And I put 202 stitches into it today. So, that is homework number 2 done. Technically, it's like number 1 and number 5, or number 1 and number 4, or something like that, but, you know, 2 more. Done. I have my other ones set up to go to work with me tonight. I think I should be able to knock out another, at least 4 of them tonight, I bet. I will bet that. Still working on scanning in all those patterns. If you saw my recent haul video, you will understand. So I've been slowly working on that while doing this, talking on virtual stitchers to people, because that always slows me down. So now I need to get to cleaning up and cooking breakfast. So I will check in with y'all this evening, and I hope y'all are happily stitching while I'm sitting here talking. See you shortly. Good evening, everybody. It is Monday, August 12th, and I'm back at work. So we're going to focus on some stitching tonight. I know I got some done last night, but it's not even going to compare to what I get done tonight. Even with me having to make rounds, and we had an alarm go off earlier. Anyway, work, but stitching. So I'm going to show you my first couple plans for the evening, and then check in once I get those done. So I don't even have all of it with me. First of all, where is it? I showed you Twinkle this morning. I'm going to put in a daily 30 on him. So that'll be first and foremost. Daily 30 on Twinkle, since he is Whip Go. Should be able to get him finished pretty quick, but you know. Okay, so the other thing is, there's that. I need to start working on my hate again. I don't know if I'll get to that tonight. Let's make that tomorrow's plan, because I don't have it pulled out, and yeah, let's get homework done. So, man, I don't have my plans with me. I know one of them, I believe, for Transfiguration, maybe, is Mary Mouse. Because I'm trying to get some work in on these avid animals, and she hasn't been worked on in a good long time. Unless I'm just not marking things down. My tracking system has not been so great this year. Okay. So I'm going to work on her for Transfiguration, because Peter Pettigrew transfigured into, well, it was an anime, anyways, into a mouse. So why couldn't I? So that is one of my homeworks. And then I believe I have another one on here that's going to work, but it's going to be not a core class, and you have to get your core classes done first. So the next one, let's see. That's not, ooh, I wasn't ready to start the camera. Oh well. This one is going to be my defense against the dark arts. And it is Fairy Tale Lands 1. You can't see it on here, but over here there's a lion. Lion is cat. Cat is my Patronus. Using my Patronus against Dementors is how I am proving my understanding of defense against dark arts for my owl. So that's 2. Let's get started on that, and then I will check in, because I obviously don't have my brain together. I have, I think this one might be a charm. I know this is Kara Magical Creatures, and those are extra. Those are not one of the core classes. So, oh, some stuff I got in the mail. So I signed up early on with Trisha at Threads to get the hands-on design Halloween ornaments. This is Snail Smile. Snail Slime. I'm trying to read it through the camera. That's not smart. And then we've got spider legs and skeleton polish. So those came in the mail the other day. Why is it not focusing on it? There we go. So I got those. These are ones I just keep forgetting to show y'all. This came in today, actually. This is my fabric of the month from Leslie. Yes, I'm back on it doing my fabric of the month. It's a very neutrally neutral. Part of that, I think there's more variegation in the linen, but I get Jobelan and it kind of dies out, like it doesn't pick up as much of the dye. So it's a super neutral. That's cool. I need some of that. It's Selkie 32 count Jobelan from Under the Sea Fabrics. The one this month is going to be amazing. Y'all just wait. She sent out my invoice today, so we can be expecting that soon. The last thing, this was a New Jersey thing that I forgot when I was doing the video. So I want to show you now. This is from Abby Top Knot. She does have, I want to say, an Etsy shop where she sells this stuff. But this is just a plastic bag that you can use as a project bag. It has a corner zip, so it opens up a lot bigger. I think it'll fit my Q-snaps and stuff a lot nicer. And then she has these little ones that you can use as Ort containers that can hook onto like your scissors or your whatever you keep everything in. One came with the bag and then I bought another separately. So I need to hook that because I'm constantly needing an Ort jar. And I usually have one with me and can never find it. And then she had all these needle minders, so I had to buy like a lot of them. Let's see. First I got Slytherin because we're gonna rep the house that I'm representing in School of Magical Stitches. And then we got Hedwig on a bunch of books. Focus, there you go. And the back little piece is Gryffindor, which is my actual house. So we got those. I got Belle because she's too freaking adorable. Probably my favorite Disney princess, pretty sure. I also got the little iguana from Rapunzel. Starts with P, can't think of his name, but he's pink. Whew, can't hold my arm up that long. And then I thought this was a fox when I walked by it because I was walking by pretty fast and I was like, ooh, fox. And I love foxes, but it's not. It's a raccoon. But it's just as cute and adorable and comes with a little mushroom there. And then another owl with a mushroom. So all those super cute goodienesses. Oops, I just dropped. Okay, hope I didn't break anything. So that's stuff I got in the mail or bought, you know. So I'm going to get to stitching. Possibly. I still got to get some stuff set up, but I'll be stitching soon. I'll be stitching before I see you again. Working on these 2, and then we will come, or 3, also Twinkle, and I will come back at you before I do anything else. See you shortly. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay. So a little change of plans, and then kind of not. So it turns out I actually had 2.
It's 3 o'clock.
My computer just told me it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I had 2 on the Advent animals that fit into homework. First was Pierre Penguin. That's 200 stitches. For Charmed, I charmed him to drink martinis, apparently. And then, as I told you earlier, Mary Mouse, because for Transfiguration. So those are the 2 I've gotten done. I'm fixing to move on to Fairy Tale Land so that I can do my Defense Against the Dark Arts. So that's where I've gotten to this morning. I'm probably not going to check back in again this morning because, as it said, it's 3 o'clock. And I will not have 200 stitches before 4 o'clock. So, and 4 o'clock is when I normally start putting stuff up in my car. Therefore, I won't be checking in before 4. But I will check in later this evening. We'll still be working on homework. Okay, so I've gotten 4 done out of 10. So we got 6 more to do. This one will be number 5. Of course, first we gotta get the 7 cores done and then the 3 electives. So I'm 4 out of 7 on the cores. And we just need to finish up with the electives. So I'm going to get this on the Q-Snap, get to working on it, and I will check in with y'all this evening sometime. See you soon. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is the evening of August 13th. I did get my 200 stitches in on Fairy Tale Lands. The light is like right in a bad spot, but I want to get to stitching, so I need to show y'all some things. That's where we're at. 200 stitches isn't a lot, but every little bit counts. The next one I'm going to work on is, let's see. Maybe I should pull things out before I do this. Oh. It's Haunted Mansion by Tiny Modernist. I seriously just threw things all over the house. Okay. This is where it currently stands. Jeez. It's not the best showing with this current lighting, but it's something. Maybe if I have you come in towards me instead of me coming in towards you. Get that lighting right. There we go. So, I'm working on this for History of Magic because it has wizards and witches, which are part of it. History of Magic. It also has a ghost, which History of Magic is taught by. So I'm going to start with that one, and then I will check in. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll see y'all shortly. Good morning, everybody. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to get light out there again already. I took a nap in the middle of the night, but I've been here, there, and everywhere. Okay, I got 2 more homeworks done, and like 3 more challenges for Daily 30. It all worked out. So here's where I got to on Haunted Mansion. So I filled in these bats over here and then worked on some of this black. I worked on all black because it was one of the challenges for Daily 30 to put in 100 black stitches. So there it is. And then I worked on, this is going to be my potions homework. This is Wedding Row by Vent Creek on 32 Count Lagana and Barnwood by Pictures Plus. So I added 216 stitches in there. So those are the 2 homeworks I got done. I can put up now. Got to get ready to make breakfast. My husband is on his way home. I have 1 more on the Q-Snap. This is, so I'm done with my 7 core classes. And now I can work on my 3 electives. This is the first one. It's going to be magical creatures because those are all magical creatures. So that'll be the first one. I haven't put the other 2 on Q-Snap yet, so I will show them to you later when I get to work on them. I am off tonight, but we are having a family night because it's the last night that my husband and I are both off together before the kids go back to school. So we will be renting a movie and enjoying an evening all together. So I will check in, but it'll be like later. And hopefully I get to come on and tell you what I'm working on. I may not. who knows? Do my best. And then, yeah. So it is Wednesday, August 14th. And I'm going to check out for now, and I'll check in with you later. Bye. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is Friday, August 16th, I believe. I always second guess myself. I have not seen you in a couple days. Here's why. Night before last, we had family movie night. We watched Detective Pikachu, had burgers. It was a nice time. And the kids went to bed about 10. Might have let them stay up a little later. But anyway. And then my husband and I sat down at the table, and he was playing his game, and I was stitching, and we were watching TV shows together. So I didn't take the time to stop and record. I was going to record last night when I got to work, but realized I left my camera at home. So we got a couple days to catch up on. So I'm just going to jump right into it. It's all stitching, so it won't be very long, I promise. Okay, so I've been doing my daily 30 on Twinkle because that's what we spun for WhipGo. So here he is. Been adding a few more here. I haven't done today's daily 30, so I will be doing that here shortly. And then worked on homework. First I worked on Legendary Creatures, the Alphabet by Clouds Factory. I worked on this elemental over here. Because these are all magical creatures, we could be studying in magical creatures, so I'm taking my test on them. Particularly this hippogriff, because you know we all love Buckbeak. And so yeah, that's what I worked on there. I hadn't taken it off the Q snap because I wanted to show y'all first. Next, luckily I bought extra Q snaps in New Jersey. I worked on World Postage Stamp by Soda Stitch. I worked on this one for Muggle Studies because I'm studying Muggle architecture and things like the Statue of Liberty and this pagoda and this building in Rome. So I finished the New York block completely. It was almost done. I just had to add a few and started on the passport stamp that is right here. I believe there's also another one of these types of stamps over here before we move on to the next page. My goal for this year was to finish this entire first page. So I've gotten a good chunk done. We still have a few months. It's possible I could get there. We'll just have to see. On this one, my goal for the year is to get A through M. I think I have E, J, and K left. Because I know L is Leprechaun, and that's where we started. So I have L, M, and N, I believe. But anyways, that's where that one is at. This is on an Under the Sea fabric, but I don't remember off the top of my head which one. This is Under the Sea Aztec Lugana 28 count. This is linen. I don't remember though. Anyway, okay. And then so that took care of 2 of my electives, and I just have. I hope I showed you all the course because I did finish them. And my last elective was in arithmancy, and so I was working on this snowflake. I know it's a little hard to see because it's so bright in here, but it's pretty easy to see in person. Because arithmancy is predictions through numbers, and so things like symmetry has to do with numbers and that sort of thing. So this snowflake is perfectly symmetrical once it is completed, so it counted for that. Part of that was because I was trying to choose something, but you know, some of my whips that I haven't touched in a while, because I have several that I keep hitting every month and some that I never touch, and that one hadn't been worked on since December. That's amazing to me because I usually try not to let things go more than 2 months, much less 8 months. To not have touched it at all this year just absolutely floors me. Who have I become that I have so many whips I don't touch them all? This may become a problem for me. We'll see. I'll work on it. So tonight, 30 minutes on Twinkle, the little star ornament, and then I am going to pull out Mini Treasure Hunt bookshelf. This is my next page that I need to get a page finish on for the year. As you can kind of see, we're pretty good into this page. I don't feel like it should take us too terribly long. We're not quite halfway, but that's okay. So I had talked about the last year Ultimate Cross Stitch Group did a calendar each month. At the beginning of the month, they would release a calendar, and each day had a certain amount of stitches on it. It would range from anywhere from 50 stitches to 150 stitches, and each day I would go and I would do that many stitches on my focus project for the month, which was usually some year of whip project. It did help me get a lot of stitching done. And then when we were doing the Tour de France, I found that having that set amount was really helping me to focus and get it done. So for this month, I'm going to take a suggestion from Belinda, Aussie Stitcher. We were talking about it one day, and she said, why don't you set up a wheel with each of those amounts, spin it, and that's what you put in it that day. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of August. And then what I'm thinking about doing is setting up a September calendar and like pre-spinning each of those days. I'm still going to spin it so that it's random, and set up the entire calendar and release it on Virtual Stitchers for anybody who's interested in trying the same thing. Or you could be like me and just set it up on a spinner, 50, 75, 100, 125, and 150. 5 different amounts, randomly chosen. So, but if you're in Virtual Stitchers or are interested in Virtual Stitchers, that's something I think I'm going to have set up for next month, since we're already halfway through this month. And some things we have going on in there, because we're not looking to be a challenge group. Our group was set up simply to give people a place to try and set up a virtual meeting, whether it be through Google Hangouts, which is dying, by the way, Zoom, Skype, Facebook Messenger, even just a place where they could go, hey, or Instagram. They could go, hey, I'm hanging out here. If anybody wants to join me, blah, blah, blah. That's not quite how it has gone. It seems more that we have this one room that's constantly open. First it was at Google Hangouts, and now it's with Zoom. And people just kind of pop in and out as they feel like it. And then we have our live events each month. Well, right now we're trying to average them out to 1 a week. We try and do different days of the week, different time zones, but we haven't gotten a whole lot of feedback on what time zones would be most used. So we go with what we know, which is typically like 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to whatever time in the morning. I'm up all night. Because that's the daytime for my Australian friends, and I feel like we kind of lose Europe in there because that's like middle of the night for them, or early morning. I'm not sure, but so if anybody's interested in those times, let us know. We do have people that get on in the mornings and would love a little more company, and then we could do a live at that time to try and pull more interest. But anyways, we are in the process of setting up some events. So I wanted to kind of go over them here with you, because I know that you're hearing about Virtual Stitchers a little bit more through the Sunshine Stitchers, Reading and Stitching, Jessie Marie, Megan, Stitching May. We have several floss tubers that who are regulars. Sorry, my bathroom door swinging open caught my eye. I thought there was somebody out there. So, anyways, we have a lot of floss tubers that are regulars in our hangouts. So if you want to sit and talk with somebody you enjoy watching, that's always a possibility too. So right now we have a few things we're trying to do every month. The first one is called Challenge Yourself, Sal. It was started at the end of May, and it's just about getting together with other people and doing something that you find challenging. It can be something as simple as, my stitchy bug is gone this week, and stitching itself is a challenge. It could be you're working on a chatelaine for the first time. That was Lissa's. A Haid for the first time. Any designer for the first time, beading for the first time, anything that you would like a little bit of support while you're starting it or working on it, that's a great event for something like that. That's usually around the first week or two of the month. The 19th of every month is our Stitchers Unite, and we have a poll in Virtual Stitchers that you can constantly check as many boxes as you want, and on the first of the month, whatever is the top designer or theme on that is what Stitchers Unite is doing for that month. So the 19th of this month, it'll be Lizzie Kate. So if you enjoy stitching on Lizzie Kate, if you want to start a Lizzie Kate, that's the time we tend to make our conversation kind of focused around Lizzie Kate. But you are fully welcome to join with any project for any reason. We don't exclude anybody because they're not stitching Lizzie Kate. It's just a theme to help people come together. We also have, I believe it's the Mirasal. So at the end of May, also, we all came together and several of us started Miras together or started working on our Miras, kind of like the Stitchers Unite, except we're keeping with that same theme every month, at least until the end of 2019, and then maybe we'll switch it up for 2020. And then this month, the last one is just a connect and stitch, just to get on live together. So that can sometimes change too. Next year, or starting in December, we're going to have a December month-long event called Finish That Stitch December. I know I've phrased it differently before, and that's how I still hear it in my head, but this is so that the hashtag is appropriate. So it'll be hashtag Finish That Stitch December DEC 2019, and it's just, I'm going to focus on finishing up all those things that are just that close. I'm going to work on whatever's closest to finish until it's finished, then pick up the next thing, and do that for the entire month of December, to try and start off the new year with less whips. I will be right back. Alright, so that's for December. Starting in January of 2020, we are going to have an event the 29th of every month. It's similar to Stitch Mania's Year of Starts. Okay, so here's how the conversation started. Vicki at Reading and Stitching, also known as the headmistress of School of Magical Stitches, was talking about doing a Year of Starts, where she started something new every day for the entire year. There was no way I could do this. I had a couple other people that we wanted to join Vicki, but starting a new project every day was not in the books. So Vicki had said that the reason she was thinking about a Year of Starts is because it's leap year, which means February has 29 days, which means 366 starts. I kind of went with that, and I was like, well, what if we start something new with you on the 29th of each month, since every month has 29 days for this 1 year, every 4 years. And so that's what we had decided to do. She would do a Year of Starts, and then on the 29th, we would start something with her. And we would do it live via, Virtual Stitchers. Well, she has come down off of that. She's not starting a new project every day. She's toying with a new one every week plus the 29th. So that's what, 52, 64 projects next year. Which sounds way more reasonable. Still too much for me. I will stick to the one a month, but, these are ideas she's toying with. Virtual Stitchers will be hosting a live New Start event the 29th of every month next year. We will be continuing with Stitchers Unite. I don't know if we're going to stick with Mira or start something new, so that'll be another new event, or another event. And then the Challenge Yourself, I think, will stick around. So that's kind of stuff we have in the works. I'm trying to get it all set up on Facebook, slowly but surely. Just so everybody knows, if you want to join us, that's stuff you can look forward to starting, well, immediately. Tonight is our is August Challenge Yourself Sal. Next week is Lizzie Kate. The week after that is Mira, so, you know, you can jump right in head first. I know a lot of people are nervous about being on camera or talking to people, meeting new people. I want to say a few things. First, that's the reason we do the live events. You can watch on YouTube and just talk to us through the comments. A lot of people don't talk. It'd be great if you do, though, because it helps the conversation going. When we're there for 4 hours, sometimes we tend to lose our conversation. Also, you could join and just not turn your video on and just talk and nobody can see you, or just pop it on long enough to show us what you're working on, pop it back off. You can post it, what you're stitching along in the event, even if you can't join us for the event. Just post a picture in there. Hey, yeah, I'm working with y'all. Here's what I'm working on. Also, if you do decide to join us online, know that we're very welcoming group. We're going to say hi to you, first of all. Zoom allows you to put in your own name, so we're going to address you by your name. We're going to ask you what you're stitching on, and this is our way of involving you in the conversation so that nobody feels like they're going to join a room and be ignored. Now, if there's a heavy conversation going on right then, it might take us a few seconds, but I promise you we will welcome you. So that's just a little tidbit about us. Because I do try to make it a very welcoming environment. So, if you do join Virtual Stitchers, there are 2 questions. You have to tell us how you heard about it. You have to tell us what is your favorite whip right now. We don't always read the whip. I try to. That way, the first time I see you online, I can ask you about it. But there are a lot of people in the group, so it's a little hard to do that sometimes. But it does give whoever approves you a little something about you, what you like working on. Also, if you say Facebook suggestions, anything like that, we won't accept you into the group, because we want to know the people we're accepting are aware of what this is, and because I mean, people are putting themselves out there, and so that's a privacy thing, and we don't want just anybody being able to have access to that information. So we have to know you're a stitcher. We have to know that you are there because you know that this is what we do. We get together and we stitch virtually. If you say from Facebook, tell us what group. That's all you have to do. Or tell us a person that, you stitch with, a YouTuber you watch. Even if that YouTuber doesn't necessarily join Virtual Stitchers, we're pretty aware of all the floss tubers out there. Not all of them, most of them. So, we'll know you're a stitcher. So, there's that. I think I've rambled on long enough about something I had no intention of talking about. I'm going to get to stitching, and I will see y'all shortly. Bye. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is Sunday, August 18th. Happy birthday to my mother. So I did not check in Saturday morning after my Friday night shift because my relief showed up before she was supposed to. Also, I had the whole live Virtual Stitchers thing, so that usually takes concentration. And then last night, it was much the same thing. We did this live that didn't quite turn out like we liked it, so it's no longer on the Virtual Stitchers page. But it was something we attempted, and we will try it a little differently next weekend. And then I did a whole bunch of cleaning. I did no stitching last night. So here's what happened on Saturday. I don't have everything I need here with me, so some of it will be talk and some of it will be show. First, I did 30 minutes on Twinkle. While I was doing that 30 minutes, realized my fabric is not big enough for that ornament, and so I'm gonna wing it because it is an ornament. It's not like an heirloom piece or anything, so I'm just gonna wing it, make it work instead of giving it up altogether, because there's a lot of stitches in it at this point. Then next, I worked on my mini treasure hunt bookshelf. For 100 stitches is what I spun on my decision roulette. I just dropped a needle. So I added in 100 stitches. I had to, let's see, finish up this block, and then I did all the parked threads in this block. And now there's just a few more stitches left in that block before we move on to the next block. So let's go ahead and spin for that. I'm getting started a little late tonight, but it was just too hot to, it was 108 degrees at 7 o'clock. It's too hot to stitch. Okay, so here we are. How many stitches? Ooh, we're doing the maximum, 150 tonight. So that should be interesting. The next thing I worked on Saturday is I was trying to get my yearly, the ultimate yearly challenge for School Magical Stitches. I'm really trying to knock it out. I only have 4 out of the 22 left, or I did when I started this. One of those is Lady of the Flag. The goal for those ultimates is 1,000 stitches. When I pulled this back out, I only needed 219, I believe. Anyway, so here is where she got to. I did get the ultimate done on her, so I only have 3 more. I backstitched her face because I was tired of the creepy face. Hold on. It's right in the fold, and therefore makes it look horrible. So, much better than creepy face. So, I backstitched her just so that I didn't have to stare at the creepiness anymore. So yeah, this is where she's at. She's getting put up for however long till she comes out again. So I have 3 more ultimates to get done. So I was talking to Zakia and I said, okay, my next one that has the least amount of stitches, which is in the 200s, is Happiness. It's the Dumbledore quote, but that fabric, I have to be in the mood for that fabric. So I really didn't want to work on it that night. My other 2 were Fairy Tale Lands 2 and House Targaryen. And so she kind of voted for House Targaryen. I said, you know what, that's a good idea because it needs 568 stitches, but there's no color changing. It's all one. So I haven't taken out the Q-snap because I'm continuing to work on it until homework is released. I mean, it's been released, but until I can actually start on it. So here's where it is at. I'm going to work on coming around this border. Because once I do, I will have finished this first page. My goal for it this year was 2 pages. So if I want to meet that goal, I'm going to have to get to working on it. But we'll see if that happens. So that will be something I work on tonight also. And then at midnight, homework is available. See, if I work on homework on it, I can't count those stitches towards the ultimate. So I might as well work on something else. Let me see. Well, you know what? I will let you know before I pull it out. I will jump back on here and talk to you about it because I am not ready for that. I don't have anything to show you. So, that's really where I'm at right now. I'm going to get to stitching, maybe, because it's still kind of hot. I might wait another half hour, and then we will check in with y'all later tonight. Okay, I'm back for just a quick second. I realized as I was finally starting to pull out some stitching, I'm not sure how well that's going to go because I have 1 charger for my phone and my iPad, and pattern is on iPad. Anyway, so I was going to pull out Mini Treasure Hunt bookshelf and realized, okay, wait, I need to do my daily 30 before I do the 150 stitches on this because it may take me till after midnight. You never know. Depends on confetti. So, and I was like, okay, well, it's a new week. I'm not going to work on Twinkled again this week, so we need to spin Whip Go. But my phone just died. I will be back in a few minutes to spin Whip Go with you. Okay, let's do this quickly. Let's see. We got a W. I also apparently left my papers, so now I've got to pull open the app and just tell y'all, can't show you, what my Whip Go is. So W, we've got Y or 5. No, wait. Yeah. Y or Y5J. That's not it. That is House Start, which we've already spun before. Is it seriously going to go to the exact same one? Seriously, sometimes I don't understand this Whip Go stuff. Or this decision roulette stuff. Y5J. It just stopped. Okay, we're going to call it, what was that? Just 5, since it landed on the one right next to it. So 5 is Kenny Kangaroo. So I will go and find him. He's in my car somewhere. And put him on the Q-Snap and stitch on him for 30 minutes. Each day this week. Sunday to Saturday. Hopefully I'll have this video going up tomorrow, maybe? Maybe, we'll see. Anyways, I'll check in with y'all here in a little bit. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It is very early Tuesday morning. I did not get a chance to record last night before the live started, and then, of course, there was everything during the live, and then after the live. My day was just way too busy yesterday. So, my game plan was to pull out, I have 4 Lizzie Kates going right now, was to pull out all 4 and work on, sorry about that, my card got full. Okay. So, what I was saying. Last night, let's see, did I check in with y'all this morning? I doubt I did. So, I had kind of, an night. I told y'all I got, fed up with the hay and I put it away. And then for homework, I needed to work on the 11th whip in my whip album. And it was, or is, Winter Blister. This is from a Just Cross Stitch magazine. Don't know which one. I think I've said this. But anyway, it's by Glendon Place, and it was my 11th whip. I've added, you can kind of see, like right in here, I added all this, and then I'm working on up here, I'm working on the white, because I figure block stitching is going to go faster. Started this last night, but didn't get a whole lot, like I got most of this, but all the stuff I've done up here was done today. After I had the Lizzie Kate live, where I worked on A Brother by Lizzie Kate. It says a brother shares childhood memories and grown-up dreams or something like that. And so I put in my 300 stitches on it for homework. I actually did like 320 something because there's a pop-up event in Cheryl's group where every 80 stitches you complete a burger and get 2 tokens. So that completed 4 burgers. So that's the work I did tonight. It's not as much as I normally would have gotten done on a shift night, but we had the Lizzie Kate event that took a lot of my focus, and then afterwards I kind of had to come off of it, so I was like eating and watching TV, stuff like that. So but I got 320 on that one. I've gotten just over 100 on this one, I think, already tonight. So I need 300 total on this one, and then I can move on to my swamp bonus. It's 400 stitches. I have a mud monster on my Legendary Creatures alphabet, but it's not my favorite project. So I'm thinking I might end up finding something else. Michelle Bindy's pointed out in the Slytherin chat today that there are such thing as swamp bees that live near a swamp. So I may see if I have a bee project I can work on. We'll see. Anyways, it is almost time for me to go. I'm going to edit this video. It may be a lot longer than I intended it to be. I just put all, when the cart got full, I moved everything over. I was like, ooh, how long have I been vlogging? I did not mean for it to go this long. So I will endeavor to make them shorter in the future. I want to thank everybody that comes back week to week and watches my zaniness. I know this summer has been really crazy, but my first summer I didn't record at all, so at least I'm still here. So thank you everybody for liking, commenting, subscribing, watching, whatever it is you do. That means I can visit with you. So I hope you all have a great week, and I will see y'all soon. Happy stitching.